Good evening, everybody. I thought real quick we'd do a combo review and overview of the FoodSaver FM2900 as well as a example of it in use. I have a bunch of chicken I got on clearance at Kroger. I was going to vacuum seal it and figured this would be a good time to make a video too. I did a video of the Gurion or Gerion vacuum sealer a while back and replaced it when the accessory port on that failed. It developed a crack well inside of it, and I was unable to try to fix it. So we stepped up to the FoodSaver here. So I thought we'd look at it really fast. It does have a few different modes here. There's the dry, for sealing dry items, of course. There's a moist setting for ones that have some moisture. Pulse, if you just want to manually cycle it. And sous vide, which I've never actually used. I'm not really sure what it does, to be honest. But I don't use that feature in cooking anyway, so I don't mess with it. There's the seal button and the vacuum button. If you hit vacuum on either moist or dry, it will do the entire cycle for you. So it'll take it down to a vacuum of some degree and then seal it as well without having to do it manually. This would be for the manual option. If you're, say, doing pulse, or if you want to stop it in the middle, you can hit seal. So there are three options here, or three lights here. Sorry, not lights. There's three positions here. This is to open up the lid. This one is a lock just to store the lid down, and then operate pulls the lid down, and so it can operate in a vacuum type setting. Just rotates through the three. There's only a detent in the operate setting. There's not in the other two. So to open up, you push it to the open setting. You open the lid. Now there's several different warnings and instructions over here on the side about how to use this. But a couple things I really do like about this one, as opposed to some others, is the bag roll here can be stored in the machine itself, which is fantastic. I have another roll of these in the cabinet, but with the other one, I didn't have that option. I had to leave it out all the time, and it's great. This is open and closed. You can feed the bag underneath the slider here. There's a sliding blade, again, fantastic. And then the other second feature I really like about this is the removable, I guess, drip tray, for lack of a better term. You slide and insert the bag within this gasketed area. I take it so that the bag is facing down into that groove. And then, again, you close it, set into operate mode, and you choose your settings, which you guys will see here in a little bit. But I do very much like that this comes out. Makes it so much easier to clean and wipe out than just trying to, stick your finger in there or whatever it is and not try to contaminate the rest of the unit. So there's a brief overview. There is one more, I almost forgot. It comes with the accessory sealer, I guess we could say. How this works is you switch this into operate mode, and then this connection right here gets inserted into the accessory port down here until it snaps. This is some bacon bits that I froze several months ago, and they have special bags. I've never tried them with off-brand bags. These are the FoodSaver bags. But you put your items in here, seal the bag like it's a Ziploc bag, and then there is a gasket. You can sort of see there a neoprene-ish style gasket. You place it over the seal. There's a translucent oval in there. You can sort of see it there. Place it over that. Just push down, and you hit pulse with vacuum. Switch it to pulse up here. Hit vacuum. You'll watch it suck down. It'll create a vacuum on the items, and that's it. It self-seals, so it's pretty fantastic. There's also directions, of course, on the bag right there that tell you the same thing. So it's pretty cool. I'll get this chicken set up, and we'll come back. Before we get to the chicken part, I thought we'd actually do one more thing. A common complaint with vacuum sealers is the noise that they generate. So I do have a SPL meter here for my phone. There are ads, so hopefully we don't get any copyright issues. But it'll show us the relative decibel rating for the area. You can tell as I'm talking, it's bouncing all over the place. But it'll at least give you a representative sample. This is not calibrated. Should be good enough for what we're doing here. We'll get this set up, and then we'll also see the reusable bags, or the sealing bags by themselves. I'm not actually sure they're reusable. I have not been reusing them because I don't think there's a good way to wash them. But I'll set this down on the side. I'll reset the chart here. I'll plug it in and I'll just do a silent demonstration of how we do this here. That'll also give us an SPL rating, or a decibel rating. There we have it, sealed up. That was peaking in the 70-ish decibel range. I'm not sure it's going to focus. This top line is 100 decibels, second line is 80 decibels, this one is 60 decibels, so right in here is when I was running it. So it's really not too bad, and that's sitting right next to it. So moving on to the in-use example here. Here's a few packages of chicken wings I got over at Kroger. They are Purdue. Oh, here we go. 1.41 pounds. Got it for $3.92, which is $3.23 a pound. Same thing to the money, actually, on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling out some bag, seal it so you can see that, and then we'll make a couple bags, and then I'll get these put together. I have to wash my hands once, and then we'll go through the process of it operating. A little tip I'd like to use here is consider how big the package is, whatever it is. And something like this where it's stacked in neatly, it'll fit pretty well. So it's going to cut way back here, so that's a good couple inches between. You never want to seal right at the very edge, so I think this is probably pretty good. I probably could back it off a little bit to be a little bit more economical and efficient with it. I might still do that, but I'm not going to pull it too far back, and we'll see that here. That's it. Now sometimes I like to seal this on the way out. I'll pull it out a little bit, pull it out to there, so seal it and then cut it. Forgot to do that this time, so we're going to use the manual way. This tape line right here is the actual heating element. Right inside there. You can sort of see it reflecting. It's about the width of the green section if you can't see that in the video. You want to place the bag on top of that. I try to line it up with where the green is. Close it, operate, and seal. And to show you the other way, which is probably the more efficient way, pull this out to about there. Yep, we'll seal it and seal. Alright, so we're back. I have my two bags full, one package in each. I could do them together, but I'm just going to do them individually to make it easier to store. Like I said, I want to tuck the bag into this green groove here. I'm going to move the camera, so get ready for the shakes. Alright, I'll put the bag down into this groove, or at least reasonably, like that. Push it down, flip us up to operate. I'm going to turn this off for just 1 second. There we go. Green light on dry. We'll move it to moist since there is some moisture in this. have it. Flip it from store to open. Open up, and then I like to inspect the seal. Make sure it's sealed all the way. It sure looks like it did. I'm going to put the camera back up here on the tripod for this one. I'll put the phone out with the SPL meter again off to the side, and I'll probably hold it up while it's running. That way we can see what it's like under load. So get ready for some shakes again. And there we have it. So now what I'll do, because it had raw chicken, we'll take a look at the seal again. Looks good. I'll get in here, I'll wipe this off. I like to use Lysol wipes. If there's nothing visible in there, if there's something visible, take it to the sink and wash it out, and then use Lysol. Either wipes or spray. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but I like using it. That way we're sure it's clean. So if there's any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, it's been a good unit. Still works for the jar sealer. It's definitely of a better quality than that first one was. The price is reflective of that, of course. I'll probably try to insert an Amazon listing here. It's roughly Christmas time in 2024, so the pricing might be different depending on whenever you watch this video. But let me know if there's any other questions or comments, and thanks for watching.